Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Breaking Bad. Last time on Breaking Bad we had half measures where... Let's see. There was a lot. There were a lot of things. Jesse was going to kill the two guys that hired the kid that killed Combo. And then it turns out they worked for Gus. And then he was called in by Gus, who was pissed and, wanted this conflict to end. And Jesse did hold his ground for a bit and said, hey, whatever, I just don't want them, hiring kids. And Gus was like, okay, fair enough, no more kids. And then the two guys killed Tomas. And then we had a lot of stuff with Walt where... he was kind of still unsure about Skyler being the bookkeeper at the car wash for the money laundering. We also got to talk with Middleman about half measures being taken and how you shouldn't do that anymore. You need to take full measures, which I believe is the name of this episode. And at the end, Jesse was going to go kill the two guys, and then Walt promptly ran both of them over, killed them, and said, run. So, shit is going down, and we're just going to have to see what the fuck is going to happen. This is the season 3 finale, crazy enough. Isn't that... Yeah, crazy. It's the end of the 3rd season. We'll have 2 seasons left in the movie. But yeah, we'll have to see what we're doing this time, and... Oh god, this is probably going to be, like I said, very insane. So yeah. I guess with that being said, we should go ahead and get right into this episode of Breaking Bad. Here we go. Is this Walt's house? Yeah, where's all their stuff?
Well, hello again.
Hey, I hope we're not too late.
No, perfect timing.
Okay, Sam, this is my husband, Walt.
Hi, good to meet you all.
This is back in the day. Okay. Whew. I was getting nervous.
Pretty fascinating.
Only 3 bedrooms? I think we're gonna need at least 5, don't you think?
5?
Yeah.
How many kids you planning on having?
Do I look like I'm about to drop a litter?
No. I'll have 3 kids total eventually.
Well.
But we'll need a spare room for a study so that I could work at home and you can write.
Okay, interesting. They only had 1 kid for so long.
For our price range, this is as good as it gets.
Well, then let's stretch our price range. Truly, I mean, why?
Yeah, this was back
Why
before he was
buy
a teacher
starter
then.
house when we'll have to move out in a year or 2?
Did you win the lottery and not tell me?
I'm serious.
I mean, they stuck with that house, but shit went down. I mean, yeah, because he left the company, and he had to become a teacher. Huh. Damn, those guys did a number. This fucking car keeps getting beaten up. God damn it, the windshield again. Shit, he's got the hat. It's time to go face the music, Heisenberg.
You said no half measures.
Yeah.
Funny how words can be so open to interpretation.
Oh.
Get your car fixed?
Not the full measure he was thinking of.
Then again, maybe he thought it was you who gave the order. Are you asking me if I ordered the murder of a child?
No.
I would never ask you that.
Yeah. We all know. Gus wouldn't do that.
Option A. You kill me right here and now. Apparently I have made that very easy for you. You can kill me, no witnesses. What is option B? I continue cooking. You and I both forget about Pinkman. We forget this ever happened. We consider this a lone hiccup in an otherwise long and fruitful business arrangement.
That's a lot to forget,
I
man.
prefer option B.
Whew. He saved his life, at least.
Your car. Get it fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, and this time he finally took the fucking tape off. Oh, look at this asshole. He backed up. Is that in case he needs to make a quick getaway or something? Gale?
It's good to see you.
Thanks.
Yep.
It's good to be back.
Okay, Junebug, these are for you.
What about the rest?
The rest are for me.
No, they're not. You're too old for balloons.
Oh.
Who are the other balloons for? Wow. What a neat trick.
¿Qué es eso?
Wow! That was one shot. And then extra to make sure they're down. Borrowing this. Wow. Good job, man. Little bit lower. Wow! That guy was paying no attention.
Hey, lady, are you still there? Ask her if she's still there.
Hey, 你还在吗？
我当然还在哦，我还能去哪里啊？哎，你们在干什么呀？我得赶回家了，我有小孩子要照顾，我老公已经急死了。你钱付不够，我前面死了个男人耶。
She says yes.
They didn't exactly send their A players. Like you said, it's cartel, all right.
What about Pinkman?
I'm making inquiries.
He's still going to... Even if he's keeping Walt, he's still going to try to find Jesse.
Gale. It's good
Hi.
to see you. Mr. Frank. If push came to shove, I was wondering how soon you might be able to take over the lab yourself.
Oh, shit.
And an assistant.
Why would...
Replace Walt.
Has he ever spoken to you about his health problems?
Ah,
Not surprised.
good angle.
He's a very private person. I must prepare for the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, worst case scenario.
His Gale takes over. Soon. Sooner rather than later.
One or two more cooks?
It's pretty good.
One more.
One.
I guess we'll do it. I suppose.
I believe in you, Gale.
Any particular trick to purging the catalyst bed?
No, it's pretty straightforward. I'll show you when we get there.
Now, when I say I'm looking for Pinkman, we both know why, don't we?
Yeah.
And you pretending otherwise only wastes my time and serves to annoy me.
Oh, shit.
Mike.
He's gonna intimidate Saul.
I can't tell you, Mike. Right,
His name is Mike.
who's to say I didn't write down a location strictly for my own professional use?
Damn. We've never seen Saul intimidated like that.
Where else are you gonna find a cash-only business that's this much fun? Unless we're talking massage parlors, and I don't see it. Shall we?
What if this is where he hid Jesse?
You ever actually play laser tag? Yeah, it's good cardio. Plus, you get to shoot at kids.
And I bet Middleman is in that car. Oh, okay, well, no. It's Little Middleman.
You and I survived this? Oh, I'm seriously rethinking my pricing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that goes double for you, hip hop. Okay, my guy's no
Hey.
dummy, right? So
There
I give
he
us maybe
is.
24 hours before he figures out that address goes nowhere. You guys do your thing, you make it snappy. I'll go see if they have Tetris or something.
Oh my gosh. I feel bad for Saul.
Oh, he asks a lot of questions about the cooking process.
Yeah.
I try to be as vague as possible, but I got that guy Victor watching me, listening to every word I say.
I'm glad he's figured it out.
You know, it may be that
What do we do?
What can you do?
you know what we do. And I've got leverage. And leverage keeps me alive. It keeps you alive, too. I think I can see
He's gonna
that.
kill Gale.
If I'm the only chemist that he's got.
He has to kill Gale.
I'll do it.
He's murdered. He murdered last episode.
I saved your life. Jesse. Are you gonna save mine?
God damn, man. You're putting a lot on him.
Some kind of chemical leaking in your lab. You gotta come with me.
Shit, what do you do, man? Is he gonna have to kill him too?
Walter, the sooner you figure out what this is, the sooner we all go home.
Please don't do this. Mike. You don't have to do this.
Fucking now, we just know his name, apparently.
I'll give you Jesse Pinkman. Okay? Like you said, he's the problem. He's always been the problem. And without him, we would... And he's in town, all right? He's not in Virginia or wherever the hell you're looking for him. He's right here in Albuquerque, and I could take you to him.
He's desperate.
Right to him. It's gonna have to be you. What?
No way, man.
Listen to me. You're closer than we are. You'll have about a 20-minute lead. They've got me at the laundry, and they're going to kill me.
Jesse, do it now! Do it! Bitch, do it fast! Do it, Jesse! Do it!
Oh, crap.
You might want to hold off.
Yeah?
Why? Because your boss is gonna need me. 6353 Wantabeau, apartment 6.
Gale.
Yeah.
He's bluffing. Is that Jesse? Yep.
Hi.
He's gonna do it to save Walt.
You
Oh my god! You bastards! Oh my god! That's the end of this season. It ended on a cliffhanger. You bastards. He secured his place. He secured his place. Even if Jesse has to run, Walt has secured his place there. Oh, it was a cliffhanger. But I mean, it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger, but at the same time, it is a cliffhanger, but at the same time, you kind of know a bit of what might happen in next episode, where Walt has cemented his place, you know? Without Gale, then Walt is the only chemist there, so Gus has to keep him. On the other hand, this does lead to some questions. You know, what will Gus do in retaliation, you know? What is Gus going to do? And, because there's still the family. He could still go after the family, but I don't know if he would. But, okay, here's a question. Here's, I think, the question that we have to go into next episode with. Did Jesse do it? I think that's the question we need to ask going into next episode. And again, obviously, you know, I'm not actually asking you guys. I will let the show tell me. But that is sort of the question. Did Jesse actually do it? There's a part of me that thinks yes, to save Walt he would do that. There's also a part of me that says no. And here's one thing, is that it specifically, it sort of changes, you know? While yes, you know, you could say, well, they sort of just re-angled it so he pointed directly at the camera. But I almost wonder if they did that to hide Jesse, you know, moving the gun away and not killing Gale, you know? So that, I think, is the question now. That, yes, we can speculate as to if he did, you know, what happens if he did kill Gale. But I guess that is the bigger question is, did he do it? Did he do it? I do not know. I honestly am not sure now. I'm not sure. Because they did change the camera angle just slightly, I think they are trying to leave it up in the air whether or not he killed Gale. So, the thing is, if he didn't kill Gale, then Mike, middleman, can kill Walt. That's the thing, you know? By the way, okay, so finally, after all this time, because, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I don't think Mike has had a name this whole time. I don't think they've ever said his name in an episode before, you know? I don't think so. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they have, which is why I've been calling him Middleman this whole time. I gotta say, I still like Middleman. And we also got Victor, which I will call him Victor because it's a lot easier to say than Little Middleman. But I like Middleman, you know? He's Middleman, and I like that. So, man, the Middleman got intimidating this episode. Yeesh, you know? Man, once again, I feel bad for Jesse. I feel bad for Jesse because he's roped into it again. And if he's been roped into murder, man, that is insane, man. I don't know. I hope not. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Insanity, man. We can go ahead and get into the notes. The first thing I wrote down is house. We saw when Walt and Skylar first bought the house. Now, I'm not quite sure the purpose of that original scene. Maybe you guys can help me explain it a bit in the comments. I don't fully understand why that was there, because like I don't know. I don't fully understand why that scene was there, because like, okay, it showed, you know, back when they had, you know, high hopes and stuff, and you know, Walt was still a part of, you know, the company with Gretchen and Elliot, and he wasn't a teacher, and he was saying like, oh well, you know, we'll have 3 kids, I'll have a place to work, you'll have a place to write, and then it's like, oh, well, why do we want to buy this house? You know, why do we want to just spend 2 years in a starter house before we move somewhere better? And then, you know, we know that they stay in that house, so things didn't actually get better. So they pretty much stayed in that starter house. So I'm not exactly sure why they showed us that, but I mean, it was still interesting, but maybe you guys can help explain that in the comments. So I wrote down Face the Music. That was interesting. I do like, you know, when Middleman calls Walt and it's just like, I need some guarantee that you're not going to just kill me. And Middleman is just like, look, if we wanted you to die, I could kill you right here and now. It's like, yeah, that's true. Fucking Middleman. He's so... Like, this episode definitely highlighted how intimidating he is, you know? So, I do really like that. I wrote down options. So, yeah, Walt, I don't know, maybe almost overplaying his hand. He did say, though, you know, hey, you know, you can kill me and then kill Jesse, but more likely you're going to go with option B because you still need me to cook, you know? Which Gus was kind of going with option C, which was options A and B, basically. Where, yes, he will have Walt continue to cook, but he is going to, you know, try to replace him. He's going to try to get someone to take up, you know, cooking the blue meth. And then he's going to kill Walt, and then he's going to kill Jesse. Which, that is crazy that we've gotten to this point, you know, so quickly, too. That we've gotten to this point so quickly that, you know, Gus wants Walt and Jesse dead. Like, that is crazy, you know? So yeah, that was pretty interesting. And yeah, we are kind of going with that. I wrote down Gale coming in and being the new assistant again. That was interesting. Man, Gale, yeah, I was also, you know, the first time we saw him, I was kind of thinking like, oh man, he seems so great, but, you know, there's probably something wrong with him, like, you know, he's a pedophile or something. I have to say, when it come back to his apartment, I was like, don't do it. And they never did. He's a good boy, honestly. He is good boy, honestly. So, I do kind of like that. He's just a guy, honestly. And, yeah, so Gus wanted him to take over, and yeah, he does want Gale to take over quickly before, you know, Walt realizes what's happening. So, but I do like that Walt does realize what's happening, that Gus wants Gale to take over so that he can kill Walt. Which, again, it's so crazy that we're to this point, you know? Oy. So, I also like, by the way, kind of jumping back when, you know, when Walt is kind of defending Jesse and he says, you know, maybe he was wondering if you gave the order to kill the kid. And Gus is like, are you asking if I gave the order? And Walt is like, no, I'm not asking that. I know you didn't. Like, he still understands and respects Gus, you know? He knows Gus wouldn't do that. So, I like that. So, yeah. So, Gale needed to take over quickly. We also had Middleman Mike going after the cartel, which is interesting. So, the cartel is kind of back, and they're going to be they seem to be a new problem for Gus. So Gus just has multiple problems right now, both internally and externally. You know, he's got the cartel that's trying to come back, and he also has to deal with Walt and Jesse. So that's pretty crazy. Oh, yeah. We also got Middleman. Middleman, again, working overtime. And he was on the search for Jesse Pinkman, and he had to go to Saul, which was crazy. Saul, I mean, to be fair, Saul did sort of stick up for them. You know, he didn't give Jesse's location, but still, Saul does not want to be a part of this. You know, he's like, my PI is intimidating me, you know? It's like, that's not right. So, but he still sort of stuck up for them, you know, not giving away Jesse's location. So, yeah, I do like that. But he either wants out of the two of them, or he wants to be paid a whole lot more for this. So, yeah, I like that. Poor Saul. Poor Saul having to deal with this. And then, yeah, so we had Kill Gale, which, that was pretty crazy. That, you know, there's a difference between Walt trying to kill Tuco or Jesse trying to kill those two dealers. Excuse me. And the two of them killing Gale. There is a definite difference. Like, they can no longer claim any innocence, which you honestly can't say they claimed they can claim innocence before, but they did. At least Walt is like, oh, you know, you are not a murderer. I'm not a murderer, you know? But, you know, after everything that happened, I mean, you know, at the end of last episode, Walt straight up murdered those two guys. So, this is definitely the moment where it's like the innocence, you know, kind of drops away. Even though, again, they are not innocent. They barely felt like they were innocent, I feel like. But yeah, this is definitely the point where it's like, okay, they are basically killing an innocent man for, you know, just for their own gain, basically. So, it's rough. And that is the question of if Jesse actually did kill Gale. But that's kind of it, you know? I don't want to say, like, there wasn't a lot in this episode, because there definitely was, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like you kind of need to watch the next episode to talk about it more, you know? But I loved it. I love this episode. By the way, I am very curious, though. Was there actually something wrong in the lab? I don't think so. I think that was, you know, especially with Middleman Mike being like, you know, as soon as you figure out what this is, we can all go home. And it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I am a little curious as to if there was actually, or if that was a ruse by them in order for Walt to give up Pinkman, or if that was, I don't know. But then Walt started to ruse them in order to get Jesse to kill Gale. And that is our big question going into next episode. Did Jesse kill Gale? But that was a crazy 10-season finale, and I'm very curious to see where we are going next time. But that is pretty much it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Breaking Bad reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.